Hey, real ones, welcome back to the Let's Be So For Real podcast. We talk about life, relationships, and the mess in between.
You know it. This is your safe space for honest convos, bad decisions, and real life lessons.
If you're new here, I'm Miko.
And I'm Akari. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and grab your beverage of choice. Get cozy, because today's conversation is going to be lit.
Let's be so for real.
Hey, real ones. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Be So For Real podcast. We're so happy you're here with us again. Today, we have some very special guests joining us as we dive into this episode's topic. So let's go ahead and introduce who's with us.
I want to start by getting everyone's name because obviously you know our names, me being Miko and Akari. But we do have some special guests on the podcast today.
Yes, we do.
So if we can kind of go one by one and say we'll start with KB and just work our way down.
Hey, I'm KB. I'm 30 years old and currently married. Been married for about 13 years.
Nice.
Awesome.
Sorry, I messed that
Congratulations.
up. Let me say I've been married for 3 years, been together for 13 years.
Okay.
Good job. Yay.
W?
Yeah, what's good? It's your boy Sauce, 30-year-old streamer. Similar to KB. Married for 4 years, been together for 11. So yeah.
Wow.
Longevity, we love to see it.
Yes, we do.
All right, I'm Jay. I'm 28 and got a girlfriend. I'm not married like the other two, but I'm going for a couple months.
Okay. New.
Hello, W.
So it's my turn. My name's Sonny. Nice to meet everybody. Hello. I'm in a relationship currently, and I'm 26. I think I said that already, though.
Oh, I wonder who you're in a relationship with.
Honestly, I couldn't put my finger on it.
Oh,
I really
God. Get a room, guys. Okay. Let's continue this. This is crazy.
Well, if you didn't get the little context clues, Sonny is my boyfriend.
Sadly. I mean,
So now that we've done... Sadly, it's crazy.
I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Anyways, sorry.
Sadly, it's crazy. But going on to the first topic, we'll just jump right into it. We hope that you guys really enjoy the conversation. When Akari and I were kind of going over what we think would be like the best conversation to have with such a dynamic group of people, the relationship piece really just kind of fit. I know that we've had conversations about relationships in the past, and just especially now in this day and age is definitely different, whether it's dating or being married. It's way different than, you know, our I was gonna say ancestors. It's gonna ancestors, but our like parents, you know what I mean? Like our parents or our grandparents. It's just a different time. So
That's true.
really having a conversation about and being open and frank about what expectations are, and you know, just a mindset that we may have. Having a conversation like this and hearing a conversation like this can really put things in perspective and maybe, you know, change how you may feel about some things, right? Or, you know, something that you were okay with before, you're not so okay with now. You know what I mean? So, but the first topic is relationship do's and don'ts. And since we started at the top, we'll start now at the bottom. We'll start with Sunny and then go our way up.
Don't like dismiss feelings, I guess, would be something that's like a don't. Like, hear your partner out within a sense, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
That's true. Like, go in depth with that. Like, when you mean like hear themselves out.
Like, let's say like your person comes up to you and they've had a long day and they just want to be heard versus just like not being heard. Like, let's say you guys sit down for dinner and your person, like I said, had a long day and they just want to talk about it. You know, instead of like talking over them or like just missing it, like, oh, well, my day was blah, 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 and you cut them off. Hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's very, very apparent because I know that there's been a lot of instances where, you know, like, and that's like from experience, especially between him and I. Like, if I had like a really rough day and then I go to him and I'm just like, oh my God, this person pissed me off, or my job made me upset in some type of way. And he does a really good thing, a really good job about that, being like more so like, I understand how you feel, you know, what could have been different. or just really not even giving me like a play-by-play of what to do differently, really just hearing you out. And I feel like a lot of times when you have situations where you try to confide in that other person, whether it be your partner or your family members even, sometimes people kind of go into problem solving mode. And this is something that I had to figure out as well. When someone tells me their issues and their problems, my mind instantly goes to, oh, how do I fix this for them? And sometimes people don't want to be fixed. They just want to be heard. So that's a very valid point as well.
Yeah, I understand.
Jay, do you have Sorry.
No, you're good.
We'll cut that piece out.
I do have one do and I do have one don't. Relationship do's most definitely maintain individuality. Just because you guys are a couple or in a relationship or married, again, you're two people, right? So if you have your hobbies, keep your hobbies. You got your friendships, keep your friends. Keep your own personal goals. Just because you're married or in a long-term relationship doesn't mean that it has to be combined with the other person. You know what I mean? You're building a life together. You're not becoming dependent on one another.
Right.
A relationship don't expect mind reading. You know what I mean? Those unspoken expectations where you expect the other person to do it because it's something you would do, or whatever the case may be. If it's not communicated, you can't hate on the other person if it's not done. Me being married 4 years, like, that was the biggest concern that we both had. And we both filled in our part. You feel me? Like, I expected certain things, having a wife, tight shit. Some things fell short. She expected certain things from having a husband. Some things fell short. But again, without that communication and whatnot, it's just not gonna work.
Yeah, I understand that. And also, I feel like
Yeah.
even expectations, I feel like women do tend to fall into that little aspect where they expect you to read their minds 100% of the time. And I know men don't really, I guess they can say, like, they have a very short, like, memories to things, and they don't really memorize what the female likes or what their partner likes all the time. And I know sometimes, I don't know if y'all feel that way, where you're in a situation and your partner is like, oh, did you do this? And you're like looking at her, be like, what did not do? And like your brain is like grumbling and be like, what did I do? What did I need to do? Or something like that. And then she gets mad because you didn't do what you're supposed to do but you don't even know what you needed to do, Have you guys ever felt that way?
Hell
yeah. Hell yeah.
I do feel like, maybe just me. I feel like my wife takes advantage of my bad memory.
Oh God.
She'll tell me I did I was supposed to do something.
You speaking the truth, my boy. You speaking the truth.
Knowing good and well, she never told me. That's the only thing.
Oh God.
Hey, look, my wife do the same thing. She'd be like, did you remember to do this? And I'd be like, I don't remember you telling me this. And she'll probably give like a fake time and location, false receipts or whatever. I'm like, look, I'll do it now, but I don't remember you telling me this. But I do want to say, if you want to fix that, look, write stuff down, have a relationship calendar. Like, that right there has saved me in like so many aspects, whether it's events that we going out, stuff that we planning in the future, to like little stuff, right? So it's like, even if, like, I stay in an apartment, right? And every month I got to change the filter. Nigga, on my calendar, the days are selected to change that AC filter. Because I ain't having it to where my wife gonna come to me, hey babe, did you change the filter? Yup, changed it Tuesday. And we're gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's not a bad idea to do though, because especially if you're more so of like not a forgetful person, but if you just want to be more accountable, I guess, even just in the different things that you do. Because I think a lot of times there are, not just in like heterosexual relationships, I feel like in homosexual relationships as well, this can still apply. It's like you really try to do the best that you can for your partner, but you have your own life. You know what I mean? Like you still have your own thoughts, you're still in your own mind. But I think it's a really good idea. Just try to keep yourself accountable, even just with the small things. You don't have to bog yourself down with remembering everything.
That's true.
Yep, my memory is shit. Excuse the language.
Oh my god. Okay. Anybody with any do's or don'ts?
I'll just say the biggest one is communication, like actually talking to your partner.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter if it's a tough conversation or not, just keeping it. Even if you say go through a situation where you expect them to know something, sometimes they might not remember, like you said. So like just good communication.
That's true. I feel like a lot of people fall short on that, or one of the other, or one partner is like over communicates, and then the other partner is not keeping up, which can be frustrating at some point, because you're like, I'm telling you everything and you're telling me nothing. Like, how are we going to work together? How are we going to live together? How are we going to do finances together if you don't tell me what's going on your end, you know?
And I think there's also like a different level of communication, right? Like someone might think that they're communicating with you, and they could be communicating with you in the best way that they know how. But I think grace also comes into play as well. So like knowing that, you know, if that person doesn't fully know how to communicate with you all the time, making sure that they have the space to say, hey, you know, I know that, you know, you might say something and it might not come off exactly how you mean it, but I'd rather hear something than nothing. And making sure that they feel like they have that space to truly be heard, whether we may agree or disagree about it.
I would say just on the do side, set some time. Always make sure you set some times where you're actually gonna spend some time together. Because after you've been in a relationship for a long time, and you might be focusing on one thing and they might be focusing on another thing, it can get easy to get lost in those other life aspects, whether it be career, businesses, or maybe you're a Twitch streamer or something like that. And you can forget to, you know, take advantage of those moments. So like a date night is a good way to do it. Just make sure you schedule something at least weekly, I would say.
Yeah.
Which leads to a question for that one. Like, do you guys feel like you lose spark for your partner because you are dating or married to the same person over like course of years, decades? Do you tend to lose spark here and there? Not more say of like, I don't love this person, but sometimes I'm like, I need my space.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's gonna happen. It's in every relationship. Like especially the longer relationships, like it's gonna happen where that spark is gonna start to fade. But you gotta understand, like, whether it's love or just in a relationship, whether it's just a fling, whatever, you gotta find that sense of adventure, right? Even if it's reflecting back on things that y'all used to do that caused that spark. You know, you want to sometimes, you know, reflect back on the old stuff. But yeah, it is absolutely normal to actually like lose that in like every relationship. If somebody says that don't happen in their relationship, they capping.
I'll say this. My favorite food is pizza. But if I had to eat pizza every day for the rest of my life,
okay, yeah, I understand.
You know, I'm gonna always have love for it, but sometimes I'm not gonna want
Need a
that.
break.
Yeah, I need a break.
Not a break, but yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So what, you gonna go to get some breadsticks or something?
I'm not saying I'm gonna go try other meals, but maybe I just fast for a little bit.
Switch up the crust. Switch up the crust.
Switch up the crust.
Oh, okay. How about you?
Add a couple toppings.
Yeah. Okay. How about like? Okay, I know the married men have that. What about the boyfriends and the girlfriends? Like, do you guys feel that way as well?
I mean, I'd personally like. There'd be times that I just need like alone time or like just chilling. It's like recharging. I don't know how other people feel. But I don't try to bring that on to the partner in a way, but like. I can say it's not as often probably because it's kind of fresh in you. But.
Yeah, I feel like girlfriends and boyfriends, I feel like because they spend so much time away from each other, because they're not living with each other from the first few months or whatever, I feel like it's so different from being married, because you are actually living with that person. You're seeing that person every single day that you wake up, or when you come from work at night, you see that person. So it's kind of like, oh, you're in my space 24/7, where a boyfriend and a girlfriend, like, you're in my space for like a couple hours and then I get to go home and be by myself.
Right, go to your respective corners.
Yeah.
I think for long distance relationships too, it's a little different, right? Because you kind of have to try to be together, not like all the time, every single day, all the time, right? That's what you choose, if that works for your relationship or not. But whereas KB was saying, like, you really have to dedicate that time to like spending time with each other, like making that a priority if you really want it to work.
100%.
So that way you can get to a point where you feel safe enough to make that next step of like maybe moving to the same city, or, you know, making those trips back and forth, because those trips in itself still is a commitment, I feel like, because it's in this day and age, it's like a financial commitment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I also like the point of what KB said as well, is like parallel play, and I have this in my notes for it. It's just like even if we're not doing the same thing, like and I will do this, like even if we're not doing the same thing, we're still finding a way to kind of like spend some time with each other, whether that be at the end of the night before we go to sleep, we'll play a game or something like that, or we'll just sit and chill, you know what I mean? Or like he's reading and I'll be reading. It's we're not the same exact thing, but damn, I did we're gonna have to scratch his name. I got so used to saying his name. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
We're gonna have to edit that out. Sauce said having your own identity, having your own things that you like. I mean, you could like building Lego sets, but your partner is not into building Lego sets. Maybe they just want to read. You guys can do that in the same space. You know what I mean? Sure. And still feel some type of presence from the other person. Maybe just check in and say like, hey, that looks nice, it's coming along well. Or what is your book about? What part are you at? And stuff like that. I saw like this post about a couple one day, and her significant other read the book that she was reading. She didn't know, obviously, at that point, but he read the book that she was reading just so they had something to really talk about. And to me, that's kind of like one of those unspoken love languages, right? It's like that person, not saying that every relationship you should expect someone to do something like this, like, no, but that's just going along the lines of, you know, that person realized that maybe reading was something that they really enjoyed, right? And they took the time to be like, right, to really realize that, you know, this is something that could bring us together instead of it being like an activity that we do apart.
See, this is why I hate relationships now. Too many sweats. Like that guy went way too crazy.
You don't think you should make some sacrifices, like even if you don't?
No, you should.
Like,
but he read the whole book. Secret?
No, nobody.
Yeah, clip notes, audiobooks, you know, and it's
that's just one book out of the 10,000 books that she read, and maybe he liked it a little bit for like.
True. I feel like you shouldn't be afraid to bring your partner into something that you're into. You know, I feel like a lot of people get competitive, especially if that guy who read the book starts spilling like all the things that she didn't read about it, then I feel like that's a problem. But I feel like you shouldn't be afraid to bring your partner into something that you like. Either that's dancing and you want to do something fun, or like doing chess, I don't know, clubs, I don't know, but something like that, you know. I don't know, some couples be doing some, I don't know, do some pole dancing with your lady, or
see, yeah.
Step out of your comfort zone. I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
I think it's like a lot of people are kind of scared of getting hurt.
That's
You know what I mean? Do you guys agree with that? Do you think that like nowadays, like a lot more people are afraid of being hurt or not I want to say taken advantage of, not like physically taken advantage of, but like their emotional vulnerability just really being taken advantage of?
Yeah.
Like they invest too much emotionally and then they're afraid to lose that? Or is that what?
Yeah, I guess you can kind of say something like that.
Yeah, I think that's all. That's all the time.
Mhm.
Anytime you decide to be with somebody and hopefully you're giving them your all and you expect that in return, you risk the chance of being hurt.
That's true.
Mhm. So what's the
scary.
quote? It's better to have love than to not love at all. Is that the quote?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, people got to understand that love is not just a feeling. Love is an action. Love is choosing to wake up the next day
Mm-hmm.
and choosing to give that your significant other your 100%. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Right.
I'm I'm getting my hair done right now, and my stylist is listening to this, and she's in the background like, "Yo, you can't build a new house with old bricks," and she's right.
That's true.
You know, like we
Yeah.
can't start a relationship with the same baggage from your previous relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
You got to treat it all differently. Like if that's the person that you're with, then your feelings of love got to be there. Again, it's a daily decision.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
Sauce,
And I feel like making those daily decisions make you have those feelings over again. You know what I mean? Like if you really sat down and you were like, damn, this person makes me feel like, that feeling that you get when you get inside fresh cold sheets and you kind of like go crazy
You
on
get
the
that,
inside.
you get that little happy attack where you start shaking real fast and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I feel like if you really reminisce on those moments, you can get that feeling back. You know what I mean? Like if someone like, I wish I can really give you an example. The only thing that I can really say is that sometimes Sunny impresses me with the attentiveness. I had to think about it. Sorry. Impresses me with the attentiveness, and I didn't have that before. You know what I mean? Like I shouldn't say like I've never had it before. Obviously, friends have been very attentive to me and stuff like that, family. But coming from a true partner, right? It's never been like you don't, and it makes you have those moments where it's like you don't know me. Who the hell are you? Like you think you know me, but you don't. But they do, right? Because they're paying attention to you. I think those moments are the moments that you can appreciate more. At least coming from a female, when you have like those little moments where they hear you say something. Or earlier today, Sunny and I were talking and he said, what did you say? Damn,
Yeah.
I can't even remember. We were talking earlier today and then we were going back and forth about how I'm saying shit that you say and then you're saying stuff that I say.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
it's like
remember what
on
I
those
said,
little
but yeah.
things that I don't even remember what
I
what
talk
we
a lot,
said,
so I
but
have no idea.
Oh,
but it was like one of those
That doesn't
moments
help.
where it's like, and we're kind of like doing the same stuff. You know what I mean? Like he says,
It's like be on that same wavelength.
that's
almost.
gas. Yeah, he says that's gas
Yeah.
all the time. And I found myself saying that's gas. I don't say that.
Yeah.
When the hell have I ever
You do that.
said that?
It's
I ain't gonna lie.
mad.
If Sunny says it, then you gonna start end up saying
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
she's everywhere.
You start
Uh-huh.
developing like because you guys talk so much every day and you start picking up on their
tendencies, yep.
habits and it becomes your
Right.
habit like what like I'm dead or something like that and you'd be like, bro, I never say that. Why am I saying that every single day? Oh my god. Okay, did you have something to say? Because I feel like he was gonna say something.
I think it was in regards to what Sauce was saying with the old house. I mean, old bricks, new house.
Yeah.
I think you should. I'm not saying act the same way, but each relationship you should be able to learn something from that relationship. And if you're not using those past experiences, are you not hurting yourself in the long run by not being able to identify who you really like and what things you like?
That's another thing too. Is like the piggyback off what the guys are saying is like I'm not your ex. Like, don't like come into a relationship expecting the same thing you got from the previous motherfucker, because I'm not them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a whole new experience for both of us. You know what I mean? Don't bring the baggage that you had from the last one over to this one, because it's just gonna fumble. You know what I mean? The foundation you're trying to build is gonna crumble from the start.
That's true.
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you went through trauma with that person or something and you went to a different relationship, I feel like it's so much harder to heal yourself when you go into that relationship, because you're expecting that guy to do the same thing or that girl to do the same thing to your other when you were in your other relationship. And I feel like it's a learning curve that you need to get over, and you need a partner that will be patient and know that, like, hey, I know this person went through hell before they met me, but let me be patient and guide. If that means going to therapy, that means having daily talks, that means doing journaling or something that interact with that, so you can help heal that person. I mean, it's not for everybody. It gets frustrating at sometimes, because some people are stubborn as hell and you're like, bro, what's wrong with you? But I feel like if you have a person that went through trauma and they talked about it, this guy did this to her, da 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 da, then I feel like you need to take in consideration of, like, okay, am I willing, and do I have
It's good to have those conversations too.
Yeah. And am I willing, and do I have the mental space or have the capacity to help this person to get where he or she is meant to be, and see that they're more than they think they are, So
Also,
Like,
go ahead, bro.
no, I was just gonna say, how long can you be patient for, though?
That's what I was gonna say. I like to
Because
piggyback off of like what you're saying. Like, you also gotta go. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're
Sorry,
good. I feel like it gets to a point. No, I definitely, like, not. Sometimes it'd be like, okay, I can put this up for a month and I'm done. Like, it depends on you. It depends on the person and your patience. If you really truly love that person and you've been together for certain amount of years and whatever, then do it. But if it gets to a point where, like, yo, you are exhausting, everything I do you ignore, then there's a door. Like, open the door and be like, yeah, I'm out. If you don't want to fix this, then go ahead and leave. And that's that person's fault, not yours. You tried everything that you had to do. Is that they're not meeting you the whole length of the way,
Halfway.
They're just meeting you quarter here, and you're like, bro, come on. It's like if you're pulling a rope, basically, and you're struggling, pulling and everything, and they're not budging, let go. Just let go.
Yeah.
Like, I rather
Are you saying something?
Yeah, I rather you
I'm
have
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, yeah, good. I rather you have your mentality and make sure that you're sane, and not bring that other person, because then it will go on to you, and then you're gonna bring it to another person, and then it's just like a domino effect, and it's gonna keep going and keep going. You're like, why am I like this? It's because you didn't let go when you needed to. You stayed when you could have left. So.
Okay.
Dang, I got too deep. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
I'm so sorry.
It's a good conversation.
You good?
But what I was gonna say is, like, it's not one sided, right? Like, you're two different people from two different walks of life going into something new, right? So it's not more so like let's say like your partner has their package and you have your package, unpack it together so you guys could grow. Because relationships are all about growth, and that like leads me to another do support growth, because it's not a competition. You're there to like witness, their growth and how they prosper. You know what I mean?
Well said.
I like to witness their growth and their prosperity.
That's true.
I think also too, having, like I was saying before, having those conversations is very, very important. That comes down to expectation. What mentally can you take on? Not just necessarily carrying someone's baggage, but are you mentally fit to even have a relationship right now? You know what I mean? Like, have you done the work within yourself to really be available to where if shit hits the fan, are you able to be there and show up for your partner? I think that is something that, if you need to be celibate, or if you need to not be in a relationship for a year, do it. Focus on you, focus on your mental, get your structure, get your schedule down, so that that doesn't bleed over into your relationship with your partner. So that way you honestly can say like, hey, I've done my work. And even if you're not 100%, but you think that you're there enough to really open up and be like with someone, that's when you have that conversation and be like, hey, I've been done wrong before. You know what I mean? Like I've, had my baggage, I have my abandonment issues and things like that. Be real with yourself, because if you're not real with yourself, how can the other person really know who you are if you're not really real with them? So I think it's really valid to know what you can and cannot handle. One, to do the work within yourself before you try to, be Professor X and expect your partner to be Professor X and read your mind when they don't even have all the tools to patch up whatever hole that you have, right? They're starting at a loss at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Agree on that.
I want to say this because he did bring up, mental health. It's not separate from relationships. Your mental health isn't something that you can turn off when you start dating somebody or whatever the case, right? If it comes with you, it'll determine how you think, how you feel, how you react, how you attach, and also how you love. If you had to put it in a way, like mental health is the lens through which you experience relationships, right? So two people can, like, if I wanted to say, for an example, right, it interprets how you interpret a relationship. It shapes how you interpret a relationship. So two people can experience the same situation very differently, whether it's like a delayed text, a change in tone. If your mental health is struggling, then your brain is going to interpret those situations as they're losing interest. You did something wrong. You're not enough, right? But you have to have your personal mental health has to be stable. Because, and again, that same situation, if it's a delayed text, instead of thinking they're losing interest, you're now thinking they're probably busy, right? If there's a change in tone, rather than thinking, something is wrong, you're thinking, you know what, we could talk later, right? Stuff like that. But yeah, mental health is a plus, and that's something that I have been working on. Because I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I'm married for 4 years. I've been with the same person for damn near 11 years. My mental health now is a lot better because, again, I'm doing the personal things. Again, we're two independent people, so I have to do what's good for me to make sure that I'm good, to make sure I'm good for the both of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that also goes into like you can't love someone else if you can't love yourself first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Let's hear it.
Okay, see, that's true. But sometimes you be like, I tried to love myself, but it's more of like, I need help, I need to find, I need another person to look from the outside in to be like, okay, like, this is what I love about you, and I want you to see that this is what I love about you. I want you to like bring your mindset to a place where you can see it yourself as well when you look into the mirror, right? And I struggle with that. I'm gonna be personal. I did struggle with that. I'm still struggling with that, where I do not love myself, but I know how to love somebody else.
I do think it's a lot of perspective too, because it's like one of those things, and I would preach this to the day that I die. There are some times where there's depression that causes like chemical imbalances in your brain, right? You know what I mean? Like you're depressed because of that chemical imbalance. However, there are times where depression is a lot to do with your perspective. And it's outside factors. If it was a relationship that you had, or whether it's, a relationship with your family, sometimes you're meeting these walls left and right, especially when you're younger. Like if you're young, and if anyone's listening to this and they're young, like we all know, and as crazy as it might seem, your parents know they were young too. Everyone has been young at some point, so everyone knows that clarity is not always there. You know what I mean? Understanding is not always there. Perspective is not always there.
Mhm.
But it's always greener on the other side. Like
That's
it
true.
always takes time. It always takes work. It's not going to come over overnight, right?
Mhm.
You made it to a new day, so you should pat yourself on the back for that. You should love yourself and learn how to love yourself, right? And what Akari is saying, like, you might not be able to do it right now, but know that you are worth being loved. And
Yeah.
Akari, I would say this to you. You're my girl. You are worth being loved.
I
You're
know that
still
now.
bubbly. You're still amazing. You're still everything
Aw.
that I love, and you're my best friend.
Aw.
W.
I'm not saying that to glaze,
Yeah.
but
Flav.
you know, I think
Yeah.
that's a big thing. Yeah, like having friends that will actually
No.
hear that and be like, you know, like I'm here for you. You
Right.
know, regardless, you already know that I'm here for you. We talk every
Yeah.
fucking day, but you know, like just having someone that will say like, I see you and I hear you, and I, you know, never want that feeling for you. Obviously, I can't change that for you. It's not
Yeah.
about me, but I'm just saying like your worth and you can do so much, and you've proven your worth.
Right.
Like even just waking up this morning, and anyone that's listening, if you're going through depression, if you're feeling like I'm not enough to be loved, you are.
Mhm.
If no one else loves you, I fucking love you.
You're
Like truly. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because no one should feel not seen, not heard in any type of way.
Yeah, definitely, because like going through that experience, especially like my parents are foreign, like what's depression to them? They don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that shit does.
So that's why.
Yeah, so
That's why
like,
you don't believe in
yeah, I don't believe in therapy because I'm like, what? Like, I got myself to a point where I was like, I healed myself by myself. I didn't have somebody that's like, oh no, you need to do this, this, and this. Write a journal, write this. I'm like, no. I went into poetry. I got picked up dancing again. I went to singing. Like, I did a bunch of stuff to make myself happy and get myself out of that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still have depression, but it's not as severe when I was in high school. Like to the point where like harming myself and all that. Like that was bad. Now I'm at
So
a point.
do you think it's like more so that you don't believe in therapy more so than you found the tools that you were able to help yourself with?
I think it's because my mental, like how I think, a lot of people don't get. And I feel like if I put that onto somebody who dealt with different personalities, different ways of thinking, and they're trying to put that on me because that's what they're taught to put it on me, I think that's where I'm just like, I don't think I need to talk to a person about this if I can do it myself, you know? Because I was always that person that, like, my friend will come to me like, hey, I have relationship problems, help me. Like, I can help you to get out of those situations, but I can't help myself. You know, it's like I can provide you like, hey, like, yeah, I can give advice to you, like, don't do this, you should do that, don't do this on my own, because I'm a person who's looking from the outside into your relationship. But if it's vice versa, I feel like I will put up a wall and be like, nah, I think we think different ways, that you trying to make me be a different person when I think I can do something much easier or more effective than you do, you know?
Well, yeah, because
May I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I understand everything that you're saying, but I'm gonna disagree on one point, right?
Go ahead.
First and foremost, damn, how can I say this? Life isn't meant for you to go through by yourself. Situations that occur in your life aren't meant for you to overcome by yourself, right? So when you stated that you had the depression, you didn't feel like you needed therapy because you found the tools and stuff like that yourself to get through it. You may have pushed through, but the cause, how can I say it? Like,
The root is still there.
it's still there, right? Now, you don't have to look at therapy as if someone is trying to fix you. That's not what they're trying to do at all, right? And that's something that's coming from somebody who goes through therapy, right? Like, ask yourself this: like, if you was to go through a situation where you needed to reach out to someone just to communicate what you're going through, that's what a therapist honestly is. They're there to listen, right?
Mhm.
Now, if they go above and they offer certain things, right? Because like you said, you found poetry, right? I ain't gonna lie, a therapist will probably tell you, you know what, maybe you need try doing things that appeal more to you, right? Things where you can express your feelings and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, a therapist will probably have told you the same thing, but you've already done it. So
Right.
yeah, you didn't need therapy in that aspect, but to communicate with someone, right? Just to let it go. Because I ain't gonna lie, if you don't, like, if something is really bothering you and you don't express that to someone, the weight of that problem remains on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You may think it's gone,
Mm.
but it's still going to be there and it's going to manifest into something different. It's going to take change to something different, right? So, me personally, I would say seek a therapist, right? But then just communicate. All you're doing is, hey, you know what? You can tell them in front. I was watching Hey Arnold the other day. Helga saw the therapist. Helga went to a therapist, and she was like, "I ain't trying to get fixed," but she literally just through conversation explained everything that was bothering her, right? And the therapist, all she do is
Mhm.
ask questions. So I feel like if you don't have those people that can do that for you, a therapist may be the way, right?
True.
And I do want
I
to
think
bring back
God puts people in your life for that reason. Whether
100%.
you're religious or not, that's a different question. But for sure, I think God puts people in your life to learn different lessons. And just going back into kind of like tying into the relationship aspect is that, yes, it's important for you to do your own work within yourself, but God will put people in your life, like a significant other that's probably in a season. And this is kind of like leading into another topic that we have, like, um, you know, girlfriend treatment versus boyfriend treatment versus husband or wife, stuff like that. Um, you will have people positioned in your life to help you learn a certain lesson, whether that relationship is temporary or this is your forever person. It's always important to learn something from everyone. That's
Yeah.
just in truth the wholeheartedness of it. And I don't want to cut anyone off, but we kind of gotta keep moving. But how do you guys feel about we kind of touched on marriage in this day and age, and what we do and do not do when it comes to like promoting success within a relationship. But do you guys now we live in a day and age of like technology and things like that. Do you guys think that what is your stance, I should say, on oversharing on social media? Is that a thing? Do you think it's impossible or possible to overshare on social media?
Yeah.
there's
I definitely agree.
there's two things with that. Yes, I believe it is possible to overshare because I ain't gonna lie, on Facebook I'll
On
see some
Facebook,
crazy statuses, right?
Yo, Facebook is
But
bad, boy.
also you got to understand 90% of the stuff you see on social media ain't real.
No,
You get what I mean? Like you can see
it's
that couple that
curated.
Yeah, there's
you can
something
see that
behind it,
couple
or
looking like
it's
they
just
having a ball. Like 2025 was their year. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
behind that picture, behind those smiles, behind that new house, you're not gonna see the struggles they went through.
That's
You
true.
feel me? You're not gonna see the constant fights they had to go through. You're not gonna see the debt that they had to pull themselves out of to get that house. Like it just
Hmm.
social media is just like I feel as if the pictures and stuff is cool, but if people really use their platforms to be like, yeah, this is where we are right now, but
Hmm.
take the next 60 seconds to see what we went through.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the hurt that we had to go through, the tears that we had to shed. You know what I mean? The nights where the fellas had to sleep on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like they're not gonna see all that fight and stuff like that on social media. Yeah, social media has changed the game when it comes to relationships, man. Because there's also people that's out there that's just like, yo, I want to be like them.
There's
Yeah.
comparison.
You want to be like
Everybody's
them
Yeah,
trying
for
to
what?
compare.
definitely. But
Yeah.
also,
Comparison is the killer of joy.
mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
everybody's trying to be like that, and
that's
can't
true.
really
But I feel like
fight that.
also even the people that don't do all the glitter of their life and everything, they do overshare like their fights and stuff like that, which can also lead to a negative impact as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I see people like they'll have a fight and they'll go like make like subliminal messages. On
Yeah, or they're
Instagram,
fighting
and then
on
your
live
friends
or
want-
stuff like that. It's just like, okay, there's pros and cons, but I'm just like, bro, like we don't need to see that as well. Like little fights, petty fights, okay, that's understandable. But full blown, I'ma call the cops on you. You're putting your hands up. Okay, that's enough. Like take that off of social media.
Between
Yeah,
showing
'cause
the constructive arguments versus being just volatile, right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
if you saw like a relationship or a couple being like, hey, you know, this is what we go through and this is what we went through, and we did X, Y, and Z to kind of help that. I feel like I would appreciate that more in the terms of oversharing, because that would be constructive, right? Instead of it being like you said, I'm calling the cops, X, Y, and Z, and then someone's putting their hands on each other or doing that subliminal shots. I don't think that to me is a definition of oversharing. Like
Yeah.
we don't
It's
don't
more
need to see
so
the messy bits.
Mhm.
it's more so sharing for the clips and views rather than sharing to share
Right.
awareness.
Rage baiting, basically.
Right.
So it's interesting, and especially like nowadays, like I feel like everybody's like picking up the camera for everything, every little thing. Like, bro,
Mhm.
Yeah.
can you help me? Like help me first before you start picking up the camera, because I don't like maybe.
Oh yeah, like
'cause-
in a situation,
Yeah.
like if someone gets hurt or something.
If you get hurt, you're cooked. Just
You're
call 911 and
right.
stuff,
Like,
bro.
why are you picking up the camera, bro?
Nobody's
Like,
helping you, bro.
and I feel like since we're like marriage or getting in a relationship in this new year, I feel like everybody's doing social media now. Like back in the day, I feel so old saying this, but like we used to go
Nah.
outside, like like
it's
we
content.
used to interact. Like now everybody's interact. Like I'm grateful that the internet got to the point where if you need like information and you don't know, like people around you
Galore?
don't
Yeah.
have that, you can go get it. You know, there's somebody across the state, across the world will give you that information that nobody else close to you will. I'm grateful for that, but I'm not grateful for all the other things that come with it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like on social media too, like even like, because I had a friend that like had issues with a girl like taking pictures, like even if she wasn't like completely naked, but like certain pictures. I feel like you just gotta talk to each other about like what, because if you go to
Expected.
somebody, yeah, like hey, I don't want you to post naked, not, and that's agreeable. If you
Mhm.
start doing posting, then that's a whole different argument. But
Which
yeah,
is weird
oversharing
to
on
me.
media is-
Yeah. It was weird to me because females will get offended to that. If a man says, "Oh, you can't post that," and I'm like, "Who are you?"
I think I can understand that in a way though, because
Yeah.
it's like if you're trying to censor me, because I've had that happen in the past before. I've had a previous partner be like, and mind you, y'all know me. I'm not about to post some bullshit.
Mhm.
I'm not. That's just I have family following me on different stuff. I'm just not about to do that. So I think it's also realizing that if you can be honest with yourself and honest with your partner, are you truly overstepping bounds when you're asking me to take something down, or is it because you don't like it, or do you think it's going to impact me negatively? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause there's truly a difference. There's a difference between doing something because you think this could hurt their chances of getting a job in the future, or but if it's just something because you don't want other people to see your partner, like I don't know, like if my partner is, let's say if my partner's been working really hard on their body, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that I want my dude. I was gonna say something else. I don't know if I want my dude posting like a picture of like his butt naked body. That's different.
Yeah.
But if he's pumping himself up in a mirror,
That's
That's
sort of
mine.
Yeah, right.
Hello?
Yeah, but
I'm gonna comment under that
A
picture.
lot of
Looking good, babe.
Right, yeah.
Wink, wink.
a lot of people a
Mhm.
lot of people would say that social media is causing the problems, it's causing issues in the relationship nowadays.
Mm-mm.
But that's not really true. I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. Social media itself is not the problem.
Mhm.
You
The
don't think so?
problem
It's
is no.
it's
The problem is
amplifying the problems that were already there.
Correct.
exactly
Yes, correct. That I agree with
unspoken
that.
expectations, insecurity, the poor boundaries. That's the
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah.
Healthy relationships with social media, as she stated, it works perfectly fine if both partners are secure offline. Expectations are
Mhm.
discussed, not assumed, right? It comes like then your online behavior matches your real life values. That's where it works.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But if you're there and you're using social media to just you're tracking your likes, you're tracking follows, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just using it to compare relationships. You're trying to involve people into your relationship, whether it's with subtweets, stories, you posting thirst traps,
Mhm.
stuff like that, where you're using it to where it boosts yourself up, but it can low key replace your significant other. That's where it's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
true.
there's
Yeah.
also like the jealousy factor too. I feel like a lot of like men and women both also like they were saying like with the whole like comment section, right? And this is this I'm bringing this up. I don't care. So Miko
Oh,
Miko has said
God.
earlier, right, that if somebody says something about my voice, right, she deleting it, right? And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
funny
What the
because it's a
fuck?
goofy thing, right? But like it's the jealousy aspect of it because like I also brought up to her earlier when we were talking about like different things for the podcast. It's like men know men and women know women, right? It's the same concept. If like
Mhm.
somebody tells you, like if your significant other tells you that they don't like that person, they don't have a reason for why they don't like it, but they get a bad feeling. It's trusting that person that you decided to get in a relationship with and like understanding where they're coming from with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's
So
true.
that's why
It's
Miko
very
should take
valid
the
that way.
picture down if and ask her.
Hey,
Like-
yo.
No, I mean, like if they have, and that's the thing. I think that comes with being mature and being an adult, right? Like if you can communicate to me why X, Y, and Z, like I can communicate to y'all why I don't want people to fucking comment on his voice. You know what I mean? Like I can give you X, Y, and Z if you really want to know it. But I think it's like in the past, it was more of like a controlling tactic. You know what I mean? Like it was obviously I smile a lot. I laugh a lot. You know what I mean? And this person, I'm not going to name names because they don't deserve it. But this person was really kind of being like, well, you don't smile like that for me.
Yes. See, that's
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
a
That's the
different.
And you
jealousy.
should make me
That's not like
smile.
a
Hello?
personal issue with him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh,
Right.
That's
Like
his
you should
fault?
make
you
me
lacking,
smile
my
then.
boy.
That's his fault.
That's his fault.
Nah, I mean it could be like some guys. I know some obsessed with people, and like they'll make little comments, or they be like, "Yo, I don't want my girl doing this." I'm like, "Bro, that's not that bad." Like, but
Yeah, but if it makes them feel uncomfortable, I feel like you
It
should
should be
just
a
respect your
conversation.
Yeah,
partner.
it should be a
Yeah, it should be
conversation.
some
It should be a
respect. Yeah,
sit down,
it's-
definitely.
and then you go from there.
Because it goes back to reading your mind. It goes back to reading your mind. Like you can't read other people's mind. You don't know what they're thinking. So you need to sit down and talk to your partner like that. But
That person could have been really proud of what they put out too. You know what I mean? Like not obviously if they're like tooted up with them in the mirror
Some cheeks showing,
doing some crazy
saying
stuff,
little-
that's
yeah.
different, right?
right.
But if someone's posting a picture of like themselves or a milestone or something
It's
like
a
that,
regular
I would I would really like kind of and not even just like selfies. Let's say it comes because sometimes and this is going back to just our relationships in general, and then I'll say this and we can move on.
Mhm.
But it's one of those things where like, and I would say I didn't say my do's or don'ts, but I would say a don't for me is don't diminish my joy.
Yes.
You know what I
Fair
mean?
enough.
And I will do the same for you. If I come to you and I share something with you and I'm just like, I'm really like, if I came to Sonny and was like, yo, we haven't, he knew about this. This is just a theoretical thing. Hey, you know, I'm going to do this podcast, X, Y, and Z. I'm so excited. And then he's just like, Okay.
Yes.
What
That
the
oh,
you mean
that
okay? You know what I
pisses
mean?
me
Like,
off.
Yeah, it's like
That
the
makes
what do
me
you
downfall.
mean
so
okay? Like, can I get something
mad.
more? Like,
Right, yeah.
it's stuff like that that I feel like being mindful of, your partner and what they're bringing to you. You know what I mean? Like, you can think of it like a cat bringing a mouse to the front step. Yeah, you might not want the mouse, but they brought it to you. You know what I mean? I don't know if that
Right.
made sense, but
No, it makes sense.
it's just one of those
I see what you're
moments
trying to
of
say. See,
like,
I put it in.
We got it. We
I'm
got
trying to bring something to you because I want to share this with you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think a lot of people don't think about it that way. They think of like, oh, this person is probably gloating that they X, Y, and Z without me, or oh, this person, you pissed me off, so I don't really want to hear what you got to say. But it's like you kind of got to put yourself aside in a lot of moments and realize that if your partner is bringing something to you, and that you see the joy in their face, you see the joy in just the passion of which they're talking about something, your reaction can kill whatever they have. You have that power because you are that person that they chose.
Right. And they like you care about that person. Like they want to make sure that you care about them too. Be
Yeah.
fascinated what they're
Whether
into.
we like it or not, we want the approval of our partner.
we look for
I don't
that.
care who says they don't, they do. You want the approval of your
always.
partner in some way,
Especially
shape, or
person you go
form.
to.
Whether it be right, physical, mental, emotional, like you want to feel protected. I think that's a big thing. And going on to the next topic, this kind of ties into it. But what goals do you have out of your relationship? Whether that be financial, emotional, is there different events, benchmarks that you were expecting out of your current relationship?
That's like a hard question for me, like, because I don't know if I could love them more. I think it would just be improving communication. I think that's something what
Mhm.
I struggle with. It's something that you have to change over time because I mean we've been together for years. So the same way I used to communicate
Right.
when I was 18
It's not the
is
same.
completely different
Yeah.
from now, and how
Mhm.
she communicates. So and
Yeah,
then
it's probably like, come here, baby.
and then
Oh God.
and then she's like,
Get that voice, man.
That was wild.
Kiss me on my forehead.
Hey, yo.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Crazy
Hey. Oh.
Shit, I'd say, I'd say one of the goals that I'm looking for my marriage this year, most definitely. I want to reconnect with like why we chose each other, right?
Yeah.
I want to, revisit shared values that we once had. Because again, through time, you're gonna lose your way as a couple. And you want to, revisit those shared values. You want to revisit those purposes. I want to continue creating meaningful traditions, especially the fact that our parents are getting old.
Mhm.
Not trying to put too much out there, but unfortunately, her father passed away recently.
Oh, come on.
And it's just a reminder that we're getting older, but
Sure.
real, like our parents hitting 60,
Yeah.
70, like it's
Yeah.
coming. So we want to create more traditions. I want to be able to talk about like what does like legacy look for us, right? Like what is the life that we're
That's a
building?
good, yeah,
Um,
legacy.
yeah, and again, just a reminder that marriage it's a living thing that constantly needs care. So that's the biggest goal that I'm trying to hit for 2026.
Well, that's good.
I like that.
could I add one more thing? Inspire me. No, something that I wanted to do for a long time, and we just haven't found the right outlet is just start a venture together. Maybe a business, maybe a podcast. We were talking about doing a YouTube kind of show or something.
Joint
So
venture, yeah.
yeah, I think I get so consumed sometimes with like pursuing goals that if we could pursue the goal together, it would allow us to, improve our relationship and spend more time together.
That's true.
Yeah.
For that.
Hey, if you need an editor, hit me up.
I got you.
I'm editing. Like,
Yeah.
I said the same thing to Miko. I was like, yo, if you start your YouTube, like, let me be your editor real quick. I'll do it.
Literally, that's like the only thing. I was like, well, I don't know. I don't really want to edit.
Yeah, I know.
And she said it, and I was like, oh, bet it. And say less.
Oh, definitely. I feel like we keep going back to topic 1, but you know what? It's all right. I feel like the don'ts in a relationship, especially like I'm not married nor have a partner, but I feel like sharing your finances before you get into a relationship is okay. I mean, not in depth where like you're sharing everything, but I feel like it's okay to have your partner or someone who's becoming your partner that you talk to a long time and so get included in your finances just to see where you're at. Because I feel like if you guys have you guys heard of Caleb Hammer? Have you watched his financial audits at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
He be
Like,
roasting the fuck out of people.
Yo, he's funny.
That's so
I
crazy.
love his shows, but I see a pattern where a lot of the women or men would come on the show and like their partner does not know their financial stand or they're hiding it. And I'm like, why are you guys hiding it? I understand it's like out of like embarrassment. Completely understand, but you've been married to this person for so many years, and they don't know your finances. Like, what? I don't know. How you guys feel about that? Like,
I said this before I got married. Look, I took my wife and I was like, yo, we about to go through a financial class. So we went through a Dave Ramsey financial class.
oh, really?
And in the class, it tells you there's 2 types of people.
Mm-hmm.
There's spenders and there's savers. Spenders spend too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Savers, all they want to do is save money.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a tendency that they tend to be frugal or cheap. So you could be a saver, but you don't want to fall in that frugal or cheap category.
My mother.
Right? in my relationship, we're both spenders.
Oh,
Like,
how does that work?
my wife, I'll tell you right now, like, she has 13 different mechanical keyboards. Like, that's her thing. That's her hobby, is keyboards. You know what I'm saying? It's all the clickety clackety keyboards.
He said,
I mean,
excuse me.
Look. But, I can't say nothing to it because, again, I got the gaming PC, I got the system, I got the game. So that's where my spending comes from. You feel me? But, like, as of recently, I've then become the saver because now our goal, probably within the next 2 years, is to move out of an apartment and get our first house. I want to get my first house by the time I hit 35.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So, yes, I'm the saver. But for a while, I've realized that as I become the saver, I've then become the frugal person to where, if we was to go out, damn, I don't know. Like, you want a steak, but we can hit a Wendy's for a 4 for 4. That's where I became.
Yeah.
That's not the type of person that I am.
That's not good either.
It's not good
really
either.
ain't.
Yeah.
It really ain't. It really
I
ain't.
tried that one.
Nah, you ain't getting far with that one. But yes, I do believe that for the sake of your relationship, whether it's short term or long term, you guys, financial stability has to be taught. You guys have to learn about it, whether it's together or separately, right? Because that's something that's not taught in schools. And
It should be.
I'm gonna say it 100%. And I say this too, like, if you're with someone to the point where this is the person that you want to spend your life with, a lot of people won't say it, but look, premarital counseling, bro, because that's also talked about in premarital counseling. Like, they'll tell you about your budgets, they'll tell you and stuff like that, and you won't know. I'm gonna say this now because I know this is for me and I know this is for KB, but you won't know how much you're spending until y'all sit down and y'all got that shit on paper,
Yeah,
categorize
I agree.
where your money is going.
I did that shit myself. I was like, damn.
Oh,
I was admitting shit in a week.
Man said I had to do a self audit.
Right.
I was like, damn, ain't no way about all this. Yeah, money, the finance, you got to talk about that because I seen like my homies go through it. Like you said, being cheap, he was like, yo, we can't eat out here, bro. We can't go this. But then like something comes up where he needs a car part or he needs a game, he'll buy it quick. Or he's always saying he's out of money, whatever. Like, and I just seen that kind of deteriorate the relationship.
Yeah.
So I think both you need to talk about it and both need. I think what Saul says that premarital concept, like knowing beforehand instead of like 3 years in.
That's true.
What about when you're dating though? Like, or on the first date or the first couple of days, are you looking at?
I don't think it should be a first date thing.
Yeah,
for
no.
sure.
I think that's
you
more
should
of like
take time to
moving
still like
in.
know each other. Right.
Like when you got both financial goals, like say you both need to move in an apartment together, or both have to pay rent, or both sharing or whatever. Like that's more
Sharing space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's different if like I would say if you're say like a man or a woman is like they have their career, they've been making 100K a year, or they're in that high caliber. I feel like finance should come up because they make more money, if that makes sense. I feel like, I don't know if that's somebody's financial savvy or whatever. I feel like it should come up with their dating, because I feel like I've seen a video where a female was like, I'm a CEO of something, I make this amount of money, and I want my man to be the same level as me or above, you know?
Yeah.
But
I feel like if it's an expectation, then that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like,
But like, I think
yeah,
if it's,
I'll see nothing wrong
I
with
feel
that.
like it kind of
Yeah.
puts a lot of stress on a situation too, because it's kind of like one of those things. If it's truly that important to you, right? Like if it's truly that important that you, and we'll move on after this, but if it's truly so important to you that you need a higher earning figure partner, then that's a conversation that you need to prioritize within your own relationship of when the best time to bring that up is. If you want it to be the first date, or even if you know that you want a higher earning individual, make sure that you frequent places that has that crowd. You know what I mean? Don't go to Wendy's every day, since we talked about Wendy's already. Not sponsored. Maybe later. I'm just kidding. But you know, if that is if that is something that's so important, then frequent the areas that would likely promote that type of partner.
Yes. Yeah,
don't hang out at Planet Fitness when you're expecting.
When you try to hit that equinox, you know what I mean? I get it.
Equinox, but I mean, some Planet Fitness, you're like,
some Planet, yeah, you might be
some area, you're like, oh, okay.
Nah. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, like, don't, you know, pick the area in which you want them to have the higher success.
You want, like Target or something, Walmart.
Target.
Yeah, that's better.
I know.
Wait, Target.
But my fault.
I know we got to move on real quick. Akari, you said how old were you?
I'm 28.
All right. Now, at your age, when you're looking for a partner, if they live with their parents, is that a problem, or do they have to have their own place now since you're 20?
No, it's not a problem for, well, for me, I can't speak for all the females. It's not a problem for me because I live with my parents. Because one, it's expensive. Your girl can't afford out here.
Yep.
And two, my mom is old and she's divorced. So like it kind of, and this is a kind of a big house for her. It's more of like I'm helping out as well. I mean, when it gets to a point where I'm in a relationship, I would, for my man, as long as you have a car and a job, or you're pursuing something, I don't care if you live with your parents. It's because I think of it as like you're becoming financial savvy, you're saving up, you want to do better for yourself. That's why. And that's a good enough reason for me, honestly. I mean, it's a plus if you have your own place. Good for you. Type thing. I can come over. Great. But
if you had your own place and they didn't, would it be different?
No. No,
Oh, okay.
not at all.
Wow.
Not for me. As long as like, hey, if you're coming over and you're planning to like stay, I hope you're helping with bills. But but other than that, if you're going home every day, okay, whatever. I don't know. That's just me. Everybody can be different, but that's just me.
I ain't gonna lie. If I wasn't married, I'd most definitely still be at my parents' house. I ain't gonna say where I live, but nigga, apartment down here
Shit
is like
expensive. Yeah,
It's
nigga.
it's 300.
expensive, bro.
1-1. I'm good. I'm staying at my parents' house until I
I
get
feel
married.
like quickly go. I feel like if you're helping out, but if you're not just like sitting there living like on a game or just standing there not doing nothing at your parents versus like helping
If
out.
if you're not saving up your
That's
money to
different.
get your
Yeah,
own
If you're
stuff,
just
yeah.
spending money and just not, you just living life. Like,
Yeah.
you're just saying.
Because it's so
Good old
easy
days.
to
DoorDash
like.
every day.
It's so easy to, because I am, I've done this for the past few years. It's so easy to be like, oh, I live at my parents' house. I don't really need to pay bills like that. So you be spending it and it becomes a habit. Be like, okay, I can sleep late. I can go in and out of the house much as I want to. And I can spend my money because I have no rent. You know, I feel like that's another thing a lot of people struggle with.
So, I guess I got a question for y'all because it brings up to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was a parent, I ain't got no kids yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was a parent and my child turns 18 at the age of they can now legally get a job, you's paying $200 a rent a month to stay under my roof.
Okay.
Because I'm not trying to take your money. I'll take the 200 and I'll put it in a separate account for you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's still
yeah.
yours. But now I want to teach my child the lesson of this ain't free, my boy or girl or person. You know, we got to be non-binary. We got to be inclusive,
Okay.
right?
So wait,
Nah.
let me pick your brain for this one though. Okay. But what if they're going to school? What if they're going to college though and they're still living underneath your roof? What is that different?
There's different aspects to that though. Are they going to college? Are they paying? 2, is there scholarships or grants? 3 is you're good. My style. So you're good. Or 3, am I paying for your school? You know what I mean? Now, and I'll explain in all 3. 1, scholarships and grants. If they got scholarships and grants and school is free for them, I'm gonna charge you. I know you now. If you gotta pay for your books, I'll help you out. Cool. 2, if school, if that's coming out of your pocket, I'm gonna let you slide. I'm not gonna expect no payment, but I want all A's. That's still gonna be. I want to see your report. I want to see how good you is, how good everything is in your college endeavors. You know what I mean? And 3, if I'm paying for your school, sir, that 200 might be 350.
No, I think that's what I was saying. That's a good skill to learn because that's how like I had friends like that didn't pay anything, and then we're all working the same job, getting paid the same. They're buying cars. They're buying cars for their spouses, or they're going this and that. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? But I realized that taught me a lot. Like having even just instantly as soon as you get a job, at least in my black family.
See,
like, I had to pay this. I can budget this. I know that I can't go out and do this, or I don't have to. It sucks sometimes, but I think it's a good life skill in general.
that's true.
I wouldn't overcharge them, but like at least a little bit, even if it's $50. Like that's teaching them like, hey, I gotta pay. So yeah, I think what's up said.
Yeah, and like,
that.
and I've seen a video on it where somebody said the same thing I just said, and of course I think this was on TikTok, and like literally everybody in the comments was like, oh, how would you do this? Like, why would you do that? This and that, third. But a lot of people is missing the fact that your child is now an adult, is a legal adult. They have to understand that ain't nothing in life free. The house that you live under, yes, it's your parents' roof, but your parents may still be slaving and working 80 hours a week as a nurse to cover that roof that's over your head. You feel me? So for those kids, I'm not gonna say nothing like that, but for those kids that's not really doing nothing at the age of 18 or whatever the case may be, or whatever the situation, everybody has different situations, right? But again, they got to get taught that everything has a price. So again, me as a future parent, yes, at the age of 18, I will be charging them. Will I be spending that money? No. Because again, I'm still going to save that money on the side for my child if anything was to happen. You get what I mean? So it's like, listen, you look at it like a high yield savings account with no interest.
And they don't know. You don't need to tell them.
You get me? They don't need to know that I'm saving the money for them.
That's true. So if those of you listening, like if you guys can comment on either our YouTube or wherever you find this podcast, like how would you handle that situation yourself if you are a parent, going to be a parent or whatnot? But leave a comment about your opinions because we want to hear about that. But we're gonna move on from this because yeah, this is long. But so we were talking about like the marriage in 2016 and no 16. Wow. I need to go to bed. Marriage in 2026, this new year. Like we were talking about like the girlfriend treatment versus the wifey treatment. Like in you guys' opinion, how would you define that? Is it the same for y'all or is it different? Does it come with different boundaries? Does it extend boundaries? Like I wanted to hear your guys' opinion about that subject.
Same but different. Because if you're new, you're not gonna expect. I'm not gonna. If I'm like we've been like less than a year or even like a year or two, I'm not gonna expect you to be wife unless we're moving towards that quickly. Like I said, it all depends. If you're dating somebody and the relationship's going like steady, it's not moving, or you guys are not like, yo, we should do this. This is gonna be different, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, honestly.
I think it's anything outside of finances. You should be acting like a wife, and they should be acting like a husband. I don't think there's nothing men really wouldn't do unless somebody can provide an example with their girlfriend that they would do differently when they're married. But I know some females like, oh, I'm not gonna pack him lunch because that's not my husband or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think you should be doing that if you want the ring. Like, do the thing. Like,
I feel like you should be putting that in practice, like you're saying. Like,
I feel like the respect should be the same, but the responsibility is different.
It's also like
what responsibility?
Like as KB stated, like if the responsibility of a girlfriend is not to make her boyfriend lunch if he's going to work. You get what I'm saying? Especially if they don't live together, right? But if they're in the relationship to make it work to where it's going to be long term, to where they may be future husband and wife, you know, there's going to be certain things that you're going to want to start doing prior to the marriage. Stuff like that is not going to happen just because you're married. Oh, like if she don't make if she makes sandwiches for me for work, right? As my girlfriend, like say she doesn't do that, my fault. She doesn't do that. Just because we get married, the next day don't mean she's gonna start,
Okay,
right?
fair.
And again, that's where that communication is gonna happen. To be like, you want to have that expectation, babe. You know, have the communication, have that conversation. Like, I don't know how it's gonna go, but babe, can you make a sandwich for me before I go to work? Right? Hopefully, it builds into a habit. You get married, and it continues to go on. Cool.
So basically, you're like, it shouldn't be an expectation. It should be more of like, again, communicating. Because I feel like a lot of men, I don't know if, no, maybe females, but a lot of men do expect a female to be like, you're supposed to be cooking for me. You're supposed to do this because I am the head of the house. Which I don't think that's
true.
I feel like it can be 50-50, but I feel like it shouldn't be an expectation, because not a lot of females do that. Not a lot of females grow up cooking for themselves or cooking for their family. Like, a lot of females are not taught that. Like, back in the day, yes, from the day that they were born, they were taught to cook, clean, because that was expected of them, and their mothers taught them to do that, to grow up as a wife. You know, I feel like nowadays that's not there no more. I feel like for people, it's not there, right? Unless you have an old-fashioned parent or you have a foreign parent that grew up like that, will pass it on to you and you pass it on to your kids because that's how you grew up. But I feel like a lot of Americans or people who don't grow up in their culture don't do that with their children. Like their kids see it, but they don't understand why they're doing it, you know? So I feel like that should be come into practice a little bit more.
Let me just clarify so I don't get canceled. I'm not saying that
Hey, yo.
I'm not saying that the female
You ain't getting canceled, bro. Already. Episode 2.
All right. Don't put that guy on.
All right.
No, they shouldn't cook lunch. They shouldn't, just because they're a female. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be promising me that I'm only gonna cook lunch for you when we're married. You should be doing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want a promotion, you start doing the job that you want.
That's true.
Even before you get it.
That's true. Yeah.
So if you want to touch on that, Sonny, go ahead.
But basically, like you said, like if you want that promotion, you know what I mean? Like put your both feet forward, you know what I mean? Like don't go into something thinking like you're just gonna half-ass it and expect something out of your partner. Like fuck, I'm doing the thing. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is like for both people, like don't expect it, but if that's what you're working towards and that's your overall goal for that next promotion, which would be marriage from dating, then do your best to go into that doing what you should already be doing to get that.
That's true.
I'm not gonna, if she's at my house, we're just chilling, girlfriend, boyfriend, and somebody comes in to rob us, I'm not gonna be like, well, we're not married, so I'm not gonna protect you.
I'm good. You can have it. You know what I mean? Like
that's crazy. That's a crazy comparison, bro. What?
I know that was an extreme. Bro.
Yeah, that was definitely extreme.
Yeah, that was big. I do want to say this though. I do want to say this though. Because again, it goes both ways. Treat your partner with the respect of either a wife, husband, or partner, but don't demand the responsibility of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And it may not be the same in different aspects. And I'll say, for example, when it comes to making decisions, right? If your boyfriend and or girlfriend, whatever the decision, mostly those decisions are individual based decisions, right? Now, if it's regarding a marriage, those decisions consider the marriage first. That's talked amongst the both of them, right? When it comes to conflicts, some conflicts in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or partner-partner relationship, conflict can end that relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
I ain't like the way he double tapped her picture or whatever the case. It don't matter what the conflict is, but the conflict can end that relationship. Whether in a marriage, the conflict has to be repaired. Right? So it's all different obligations. But again, just as long as the respect is the same, I think it'll work.
That's true. Yeah. Because, divorce is expensive. So I don't know if I want to.
Expensive. We lose everything.
Divorce is expensive. I ain't gonna lie.
That is so true.
For some.
For some, yeah. We lose everything. Nigga, all right. They get a divorce. I'm going back homeless one-on-one in the shed.
Yeah. Speaking on that, I feel like I've been in a past relationship where we came into a situation where our relationship was getting toxic to the point where this man started calling me dude or bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
Bro.
And I'm just like, and I expressed, I'm like, dude, you can't say that to me. Like, why are you saying this to me? Like, I feel uncomfortable. That's not my name. Either you say my name or you say babe, beautiful, whatever. But bro, like, I am not your homie, my guy. Huh?
Wait. That's
it's princess for me. Offended? I love that shit.
Because I accidentally do it when I'm
no, but like,
but that's just me.
Not like if you're like saying a conversation like, bro, did you just see that? That's different than addressing your partner.
Like, he just call you Blake. Yo, bro.
All right, so like them TikTok videos where, let's say, I guess this is a question for the fellas. If you was to go home expecting you was getting some that night, and it didn't work, like she wasn't giving it. Actually, it can work both ways. Like the ladies, you expecting to get some from him, right?
I'm tired.
Like, yeah, you get the exactly
long
right.
day.
Now the next day when y'all meet each other, if
It's bro.
if he hit you with the "what's good, bro," like you know what I mean?
Yes, that was good. Like, bro,
That's okay. That's
who are
okay.
you talking to?
That's the pettiness.
You try to give you a kiss, you dap her up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that. I'm just like, no, that's disrespectful. That's no, especially like in a argument too. I feel like that's not okay to say. I don't know.
I gotta work on that then.
I ain't gonna lie, I do say that in arguments though.
No, I just
Like I will tell her, bro.
Yeah, I just say bro. That's just like a
Well, a bro.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if it's
my
an
state type
argument,
thing.
if it's in an argument, I'm sorry, I'm mad at you, and you lost that right for me to call you bae, because you're not bae right now.
Well, why does
You know what I mean? Like, you bro.
That's one thing you shouldn't. The way you communicate with your partner shouldn't change when you're angry or upset.
Yeah.
I know that's easier said than done, but like I feel like that it's like your reaction, and Sunny and I were talking about this earlier. Your reaction is always the sum of your outcome. You know what I mean? So a negative is not like math. A negative and negative doesn't equal a positive.
That's true.
It equals a fatter and fucking negative.
Exactly.
So I think that if you come into it and honestly, honest to God, if anyone's listening and you have an issue with your partner and you go up to them, if they're okay, I'll do this disclaimer. If they're an actual adult, okay, asterisk by that. If they're an actual adult and you go up to your partner and you said, babe, I did not really appreciate the way that you spoke to me. Okay, that's one. Two, versus you saying, bro, why are you talking to me like this? Same thing.
You see the difference?
But it's
you
a
hear
different
the differences?
approach.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
I'm added to my New Year's resolution.
Right. It's the same thing. You're asking the same thing, or you're expecting the same type of dialogue, but it's how you came across. And I think that's a lot of things too, not just for men, for women too. If you go up to your significant other and just be like, why didn't you take out the trash? I would have said, bitch, why you talking to me like that?
Right.
That's just me, right? I don't scratch the bitch. Okay. All right. 2026. But if I came up to, just examples, if I came up to Sonny and was like, hey, babe, I know he didn't take out the trash. I'm coming to him because I know he didn't take out the trash. Babe, can you take out the trash for me?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to stand there until you get your ass up.
Yo, damn.
But I'm asking you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm asking you nicely, hey, can you take out the trash?
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, if your spouse is asking you something,
do it now.
probably,
Don't wait.
Yeah.
Do it now.
not even now. It's just like
Nope,
9 times out of 10, I've probably mentioned it before.
Hey, look,
You know what
KB's
I
the only
mean?
other person that's married in here. KB, look, tell me if I'm wrong, but if she tell you to do something and she stand there, ain't no, all right, babe, I'm gonna do it later. All right, babe, I'm gonna do it after this.
Go do that shit.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I agree with you 100%.
You gotta do that shit now.
You should. You should.
Like, and I'm gonna say this. You may say now, Miko, you may say now that you may not want it to be done now, but if you clean in the house on a Saturday morning and your man's is on, you know, he playing whatever game he playing with the boys and stuff like that, and you need something to be done so the house can look spick and span, and he hit you with that bae, the game almost done, fourth quarter, we're down by 3. Let me, we almost done. Give me 2 minutes.
See, maybe it's different for me though, because I'm like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like that. If I know that I'm gonna forget something, yeah, if I know that I'm gonna forget something, then I'm just gonna get up and do it then. You know what I mean? But if I'm in the middle of a Rivals game, a Marvel Rivals game, and you're trying to talk to me and ask me to do something, it's probably not gonna get done. I'm not gonna just drop the game. Especially if like, it's one thing if you're like, the cat is drowning, I don't know what the hell to say. If the cat's drowning, obviously that's a higher priority. But if you're telling me, if I'm playing the game and you're just like, hey babe, can you iron my shirt? I'm gonna iron that shit after the game. Why would I drop what I'm doing now to iron your shirt? One, I'm doing that because I love you. That's an act of kindness within myself because you asked me to do something for you, and I'll do that happily. But if you're asking me to stop what I'm doing to do you a favor, I don't think it's realistic. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
I
if it's
get
not
it.
important.
Yeah.
I agree.
If it's something for the house, you know what I mean? That's a little different. You should want to take pride in the house that we have together. So, but I'm not saying like if I went up to Sonny and was like, you know, can you take out the trash? I'm only going to stand there if I've asked him multiple times to do so and he still hasn't done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only thing that I can do to show presence that, you know, like, I really need you to do this. And we have that type of relationship where I can, you know, I don't want to nag. I don't want to be that type of person. That's not the partner that I want to be. So don't make me be that partner. You know what I mean? But I needed to get it done. And honestly, if it comes push to shove, what'd you say?
I was saying true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if I really feel so strongly about it and I gotta get up and do it myself, you lost that battle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who lost?
Lost the whole night.
No, you definitely lost that battle.
Over and over and over again.
I'm gonna say this.
Like at one point, why do I have to keep asking you to do something that's for the house, or that I have to do that is something that's a normal for between the both of us? So like it's not unrealistic expectation. If you know you take out the trash, I'm not touching the fucking trash.
KB.
That's fine. That's fine because that was communicated between the both of y'all, right? Y'all got that. I got that. That's perfectly. This is what I'm not going to take though. That's, my wife be doing it, and you know what I mean.
Grinding your gears.
If you ask me to do something,
Yeah, I was about to say it too.
if you ask me to do something, and I say I got you, I'm gonna do it. And then let's say I am doing something of importance. Let's say I'm not gaming, but I'm just doing something of importance, whatever the case may be. And I say, I got you, I'm gonna take care of it. And if you have the audacity to try to do it yourself, I'm gonna let you do it yourself. And whatever consequence comes with it, I'm gonna look at you like you dumb. That's just me.
Wait, explain this to me. I don't get it.
I'm gonna give an example.
Okay.
I'll say this, okay? Our apartment is a very tall apartment. I think it's like a 14-footer ceiling, 16-footer, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So that means all the rooms at the apartment is hella tall. So our closet is a tall closet. We got like the large linen covers for the bed, not the blankets. I'm talking about the real heavy John. You know what I mean? Like we got that and we have it up top. Now, if she's making the bed, and I'm working on something, or I'm doing something for work, whatever the case may be, because I do work from home sometimes. And she says, "Babe, can you take this down so I can finish the bed?" She's right now. She's doing the bed. Cool, got it. But I also have something important that I got to take care of real quick. Cool, got it. And I say, "All right, give me 2 minutes. And then I got you. I'm gonna take it down for you." If I tell you that, give me the 2 minutes. If I hear you in the closet trying to pull it down yourself and everything at the top come down and fall on you, I'm gonna look at you like you're dumb.
I understand that. Okay, but maybe it's different for me. So I grew up with 3 brothers. Okay, I'm the only female. Not now, but when I was growing, I'm the only female. So I was very much of a daddy's little girl, and I was very tomboyish, and I do a lot of things myself. So that situation, honestly, I would do it myself. I wouldn't even ask you. If you see me on the floor, be like, yeah, I did it. But I'm not that person that will ask for help, and that's something that I need to work on personally. But I won't ask for help. I'll just do it because I don't have the patience to wait on you for 2 minutes.
Babe, can you open up this jar?
Yeah.
Look, right?
Can you do this for me?
In a Haitian culture, we have a saying. In a Haitian culture, we have a saying, "Sakte voyo." which means who sent. It says "sakte voyo," which means who sent you. Right. So again, in the example that I gave, right, I know I said I'm gonna look at her like she dumb. I'm not gonna just stand there. And so of course I'm gonna be like, oh my god, babe, you all right? I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna nurture you, right? But I'm gonna say "sakte voyo." If you don't know what it means, reach out to your Haitian friends and explain to them and ask them what "sakte voyo" mean. That means you came to me for assistance. I said I'm gonna come and take care of it. You decide to do it yourself. A consequence occurred where you got yourself hurt or whatever the case may be. "Sakte voyo." Who sent you? Because it wasn't me, because I told you I was gonna do it.
Yeah. I think my deal is like, which is funny because my parents are Haitian, but I didn't grow up the Haitian ways. So things that Haitian like do, and I meet somebody else, like another person who has Haitian parents and I'm like, bro, the things that you went through, I didn't go through. My mom worked 3 jobs. My dad worked and cooked and cleaned and everything. Like everything swapped for me. And I grew up more American, which is wild. But like all those things, like asking for help and doing that, I was not taught that. I was not taught a man should do this. I was not taught like a man should provide for you. I was taught more of, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, that's your decision. If you fuck up, then that's on you. That's not somebody else's problem. You know?
I think that's not just like an American or a Haitian thing too, because I feel like me growing up, growing up around a very opinionated women. I became a very opinionated woman, as y'all already know. But it took some work within myself to relinquish, how do I say, not responsibility, but to relinquish my independence. You know what I mean? So now because I think of it like this: 5, 10 years down the line, I hope not 10 years for me. Hell, I want to have children soon. But if I were to have a partner, right? And if I never, it's like I'm gonna rewind. Stick with me. If you have a partner and you expect them in these moments, these big moments, a parent die, having children, and you expect them to show up, have you ever given them the opportunity on a smaller scale to show up for you? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you never gave them the opportunity to show up for you in those small, minuscule events, how do we really know if they're going to show up for you when money is on the line? So that's why, for me, kind of doing that internal work that we've been talking about to kind of be like, yes, I don't need a man, but if I have one, why should I be doing X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, it's 2026. Women should be independent. Yes, you should always be independent in the sense of, have your own shit, have your own, I don't want to say place, but just have somewhere, whether it be your family's house, a friend's house, a family member's house, always have more of a support system than just your partner. That goes for more than just one thing, right? Not necessarily planning on the downfall of your relationship, not in that way, but you should always make sure that you are good at the end of the day. Because if you're not good, then how can you juggle 2 people if you can't juggle one? That's one part.
Yeah, that's true.
If my significant other, and I'm just going back to the trash thing, is for me, I've never taken out the trash. My daddy's always done it. So if I've never done it, that's just like an expectation that I'm just gonna have for my partner. And obviously, that's just like a conversation. Like for me, I'm a very traditional, how do I say this? I'm not so traditional where I'm like barefoot in the kitchen type traditional. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait.
But I have
No, you good.
but I was that like a
That's
I guess
just a
okay,
comment.
I mean,
Yo, it's just a comment.
I was gonna say, I haven't heard that expression before. So
got slippers?
no, but like I'm saying, like, I don't know. I thought that was like a normal, like a black household thing, but I guess not. Barefoot in the kitchen basically means like you're just always pregnant, cooking in the kitchen. That's basically all you do.
See,
okay,
like
alright.
that. Like, I want to comment on that. Sorry, Biko. Like when I said before, like Haitian versus American, because in the Haitian culture, yes, women are meant to stay in the kitchen, have kids, and all that. So when like I grew up more American, I meant like I didn't have to stay in the kitchen because women.
Right? No. Yeah, I understood that for
yeah,
sure.
but I was saying like usually mothers keep their daughters more within and more in the household than the males, and I learned that from my experience because I have 3 brothers, and they are my mother. I love her to death, but she does favoritism over my brothers over me because of not because of my gender or whatever, but that's how she grew up. Women are meant to stay within the house, men are the providers.
I would say yes, it would be in spite of your gender.
Yeah, that's true.
Might not be like,
but it was different from my
an
mom
outward
though.
like I choose to do X, Y, and Z. But if that comes down to like, and this is another we're full circle in it, but dudes in a relationship have clear expectations for your partner and how you set things up in the future. Like, we've had conversations about, what the type of parents that we want to be. You know what I mean? Whether it come down to, like, for me, I love attention. You know what I mean? I know that about myself. You know what I mean? I like attention from my partner. I like attention from my family. And I was the only child growing up. Okay. I have the propensity to be selfish. I'm not saying like I'm just this spoiled, rotten person. I never was like, oh, I'm better than you type of thing. I never really thought that. It's more so of just like, I've never had to share attention with anyone else, but the attention that I received was more so of like, you do good in school, you get a reward.
Yeah.
But there's no like normal time. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we have family game nights. It was like everyone was doing their own thing and you were kind of expected to be your own little person and do your own thing. It's like
middle child.
Yeah.
Right. So and it is like that. Like, you're a middle child, essentially. You're a single child, basically. Where you kind of have to self-soothe, you have to, do these things, and there's no knock to your parent, right? But these are just things that you, again, do in the work, knowing what your triggers and stuff like that. So, if I feel ignored, I might not be the happiest camper. You know what I mean? But I know that about myself, and we've had Sunny and I've had conversations about this of like triggers for me. A trigger for me and Akari, the past relationship where if you were ignored for days at a time,
pet peeve.
You know what I mean? Like,
pet peeve.
It's triggering. So knowing your triggers, knowing, what your expectations are and really being clear about that is a major do within a relationship, because you have to, whether it's even just giving you the opportunity to sit with yourself and know what you're expecting, because a lot of people don't even stop to think like, oh, what is my expectation out of this relationship? Am I dating just to date? You know what I mean? Which is fine. If you're dating just to date, make sure that you have that in your head, that's what's the case, and speak that into existence. If you're dating to find a lifelong partner, be real and upfront about that, because a lot of people haven't even thought about it. Like the one thing that I truly hate, and I'll get back onto my original point, was if you have someone that doesn't know what they want out of the relationship, I feel like that's a number one cause for people to kind of be so what's another word for not being in sync?
Girl.
unsunk. I don't know. We're just making words today, but it just causes for you to be so just disjointed, I guess, that it's kind of hard to repair that. You know what I mean? You're expecting to be exclusive. The other person is not expecting to be exclusive. You know what I mean? You're expecting to date for marriage. The other person is just dating because we go together. We've been talking for a little bit. I hate a nonchalant motherfucker. I really do.
Chill.
Don't nonchalant me. Don't nonchalant me. Chalant me.
Chalant.
You know what I mean? Chalant me. Like Kiki Palmer. Chalant me.
No,
I hope that
They'll be
Sonny
hating on
really
this
speaks
for
on
real.
this too, because he had a really good point earlier today about this, where like chivalry is not dead. You choose to put in the work. You choose to do what you want to do for the person that you love.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what happens. It's not just we go together now. I don't want that. Ask me to be your girlfriend. Ask me to be your wife. Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a no if you don't.
Damn. Can't just assume.
No.
Made it this far.
You got anything to add, Sonny?
Damn, Sonny.
I mean, I'm not going to paraphrase. I'm not going to read exactly what the fuck I said. Chivalry and love is not dead. It just takes the right person at the right time to bring it out of you. You go through 1,000 people and 1,000 more until you find a specific person for you. That's basically what I said.
Yeah.
But to go more into that is basically like, yeah, like to go into that, it's like you're gonna meet people throughout your entire life, right? Whether they're good people for you or bad people, that's your decision, it's your discretion. But once you find that one person that's like truly for you, you'll know it, you'll feel it. You know what I mean? Like you'll get that bubbly feeling that you usually don't feel, or you'll smile when like you get a text from them, you know, and that's like that could be your right person, you know.
Dang.
So don't block an opening to a door just because you don't know what the outcome is going to be.
What happens if the bubbles go away?
Right. Like I feel like
And try to rekindle it. I mean, a relationship isn't like, you know, it's not. There's going to be trials and tribulations. There's going to be several things that is going to make a relationship rocky. But it's up to you and that other person to try and rekindle that and build that back up.
And choose what you're going to do moving forward. Like I feel like a lot of this has to be a choice. Like it has to be a choice whether or not you guys are going to put in the work to move forward or get past whatever obstacle it is. Like if we disagree on something, or if we have an argument on something, whether it's today or tomorrow, we have to have a conversation and try to find some type of resolution for it. And this goes back to what I was saying, like having the opportunities. I wouldn't think of like negative things in your relationship be just solely negatives. Think of it as the possibility to learn and get better and be stronger, because of these things are the small time stuff before you get to the big time stuff. It's preparing you to work together as a team, as a unit, for something bigger.
That's true. Which comes to a next point that we want to talk about, is that what is the hardest thing that you guys have overcome in your relationships? Whether that's the past, present, now, or in the future. What do you guys think?
I don't think I can say the hardest thing on here because she might be mad.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I don't want you sleeping in the guest room or on the couch, bro. Like, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
It's just one
I'm
night.
not gonna lie, same.
It's just one night in the guest room.
I'll say, nah, that's crazy. It won't be one night, trust me. I would say buying a house and moving in together. I think that was the hardest thing that we ever did, because we had to learn each other in ways that we never thought, you know, that we never knew. We thought we knew each other perfectly, and then there's just so many things you find out about people living day to day, and expectations that you have for the other, that if you didn't communicate, which we didn't communicate it beforehand, you know, it led to a lot of problems, and it almost felt like this was like the worst decision ever, because we were fighting every day about, you know, stupid things. I remember I wanted I wanted blinds and she wanted curtains, and I'm like, I don't even care about blinds and curtains. Why am I
Get 'em both.
arguing about
None of that
that? And right now we have both, but in that time, I wanted to win that argument so bad. I don't know why, but yeah, moving in with somebody and buying something as big as a house, that was truly hard for us.
Wait, when did y'all move in, or like how far were you guys dating when you moved in?
8 some years. Yeah, 8 years. So like I knew her.
Damn.
I mean, she was over my house every
Y'all
day.
were high school sweethearts though, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like 8 adult years.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I feel like it's different when you meet a stranger that you don't even know, like, and trying to learn their personality from like scratch than somebody you went to school with because you hung out with that person, you're in the same environment. So
Obviously, you guys are gonna change over time, but what would you say would be like a good time, quote unquote? Oh, I shouldn't even say that. I'm not even gonna ask that question because I feel like it's very situational based. Like you can be together with someone for a year and know, like, I want to do life with you. There's some people that have been together for 6 months and are still together. You know what I mean? Like those success stories are still out there. So I'm not even gonna go there. I would say just like quantifying your own relationship. What works better for you? Do y'all think that y'all have had the conversations that we've had today? You know what I mean? And you know your person, because you're not going to know everything about the person. At the end of the day, you're not. As long as people, you can say 40 years down the line, there's still couples that will tell you, like, I still don't know everything about her. I don't know what that, she has her time to do stuff. I have my time to do stuff. You know what I mean? So you're not going to know your partner 100%, but you should know and trust them enough that when those big decisions, those big moments, like KB said, buying a house, that y'all not going to fight over blinds. No, but
yeah, I feel like a hard thing that I've learned in a relationship is that, like, I don't know, I'm that type of person who, like Miko said, like, I am independent, like an independent woman. I like making my own money and stuff like that, but I also don't want to wear the pants in the relationship. Like, sometimes I just want to be a girl.
That part.
Sometimes
I want to shut my brain off.
Yeah, sometimes I want to be the damsel in, like I want to be
stressed.
And I want to be a wife.
She'll want me.
Yeah, I want to be a wife. I want to be a girlfriend. Even if I'm a girlfriend, I'm still gonna act like a wife. Like, that's just how I am, and that's how I always be. Like, I don't care if I'm girlfriend status. I'm still gonna be like, babe, did you eat today? Like, do you want to go eat? Like, do you need me to do this? Like, do you want me to, like, I'll go get groceries. Let's go grocery shopping today. Like, I'll be a wife to you. I don't care. That's how I am. But, like, sometimes I don't want to be like I was in this situation where, like, my ex would tell me, like, you're a grown woman. Like, you should know what you should be doing. Like, bro, what? Who the?
No, it's kind of crazy to say that.
Like, no, exactly. Like, I know I am a grown woman, but sometimes I want to be a child. Sometimes I'm gonna be petty. Sometimes not
even a child, just be vulnerable and not have to worry about certain things.
Exactly.
Like, just take charge. Like, tell me what we're gonna do today.
Yeah, like,
tell me what you want for dinner. And even if I make it for you, you know what I mean? Like, at least give me something. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
not all the
I just
time
feel like,
either, but
no, yeah, like, not all the time. Obviously, you're not always gonna be at 100% with you and your partner. But I'm saying, like, giving examples of, like, and I was kind of going towards this same point earlier, is like, in traditional, in the sense of, I want to lean on my significant other when it comes to certain things. Like, I don't want to have to, ask. I don't want us to have a conversation of who's driving or not. That to me is like, I don't like driving. I don't. So if we know this, why ask me who's driving? I think if that's the case, what better? Then there's a better question, right? can you
Oh,
drive
yeah.
today? You know what I mean? Not who's driving, because that to me is like ambiguous, right? It's not, you're not being direct. Just tell me what you would like, and then we can go from there. You know what I mean? I guess I'm more so pretty clear about what I want. So I guess for me, but this is not the same for every woman, right? Not every woman can verbalize, or man for that example, can verbalize like, I want X, Y, and Z. You know, I need X, Y, and Z. You know, in a point where they can actually effectively communicate with their partner. But do you guys, does anyone else have any like hardest thing you've ever came,
I feel like
the hardest thing that you've ever overcome within their relationship?
I feel like Jay wants to say something. I feel like
I
he's
don't have
itching.
nothing hard. No, I was just saying with like for example, you saying you want to be told what to do today, what the plan is. But in that case, I just be like, I'm with whatever you want. Like, even if I have to pick, just give me some example. Like, all right, say you're playing a game. Like, I don't care what we play. Like, well, do you want to play a shooting game or do you want to play this? Give me that. But that's the only thing I gotta say, because I have a problem with that too. Because
I don't think it's
saying
more.
that.
Yeah, I don't think it's more of being told what to do, because like I'm tired. It's more of like, how do I put this?
You want to turn your brain off or something.
Yeah, like sometimes if you want to do something, I'll do it, but it's not being told like you have to tell me what you want me to do. It's more like, hey, it's like sometimes I want to be taken care of. That can be communicated or not, whatever. But sometimes I'm just like, let's just chill. Let's just cuddle. Like, let's just do something that I don't have to be on your ass and you don't have to be on mine, you know? And I feel like a lot of independent women don't see that because they're taught, or they taught themselves, like, I have to be on top of everything all the time. I don't want no man in my life. I don't want no man to tell me what to do, nothing. And here's me, I'm like, no, I want a man to be
Tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do.
It might not work.
Yeah, or
all the time.
or like,
tell me what to do.
Put some input into, like, if I suggest something, I would like you to say something like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, babe, but let's do this instead. I'm like,
because you're participating. Yeah. It's not just like a one-sided thing.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if our listeners get my point or know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Not, if they're men, they're probably confused.
Like
they are.
It sounds like you just want a man to lead. That's all it is.
Lead, and also somebody to fall back on when I trip, when I fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
Like somebody to catch me, and I don't want to be catching myself all the time, if that makes sense.
Because you're capable of doing so. It's just more so the thing. It's like, and it's goes back to what we were saying earlier. Once again, it's like, if I know that I can do it, but why would I want to do it alone?
Yeah.
And that's the whole purpose of a relationship in general. Mankind was not meant or built to be singular.
Yeah. Because what's the point of having a partner? What's the point of being married to somebody else if you're not going to depend on that person, you know? So
in some way, shape, or form, right? And it doesn't have to be like codependency, right? Like that's a completely different topic. You can be independent. You like, I think Sauce was saying this earlier. Like, it's important to have your own identity. It's important to have your own things that you like to do. Yes, but also realizing that, you know, there's gonna have to be a point where y'all are gonna have to come together. That is the whole point of a relationship. But I do want to just, we're wrapping it up here. If you guys are still listening, we appreciate it. I don't know if this is going to be 2. We might have to do a part 1, part 2, but
we were in this conversation like really long.
It was definitely a really good conversation, and I really do appreciate you guys coming on and really, you know, giving your input and stuff like that. And if anyone's listening, again, thank you for listening for such a long time, and hopefully this conversation was kind of enlightening for you, kind of giving perspective. And if you were talking to us while we were talking to each other, we definitely want to hear about it in any type of like comment section or anything like that. Please give us your feedback on what you feel or what you think, and don't forget to join our Discord and join the Let's Be So For Real fam.
And honestly, thank you guys for joining us. This was a fun conversation.
It's really fun.
And that is the wrap of episode 2, and I hope we see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.